Hello, Mike McAleer, proud athletic director here at GCIT. We're starting off our 2023-24 winter sports preseason show. We're going to start off with the girls basketball team and Coach Rob Icavone. So, Coach, we're about, 5 days in so far, and coming down, so far so good.
So far so good. We have very good numbers. We're able to field a freshman JV and varsity team. We're kind of excited with the coaching staff because we have a core group of girls coming back that had a lot of experience playing in the varsity. So we're excited about the incoming season. We'll see how it all works out once they get on the court.
We lost some seniors, but like you said, a lot of these players got a lot of time last year. You played a lot of kids on the varsity, got a lot of rotation. And I know over the summer they got practice, they got a lot of time in. So, I got to think it's got to be a kind of a positive going into this season.
It is. So the one beautiful thing about here is the kids really get along. So even though we were heavily loaded with seniors last year, we had the opportunity to play a lot of the younger classmen. And they gained a ton of experience. And as the season went on, they got more and more involved and they got more and more confidence. And that carried over into our summer program where we were bringing 20 girls in for practices. Now, Summer League, you can't really worry about wins or losses, but we did go 10-1 in Summer League, which is pretty good for us. And it was good, positive character building that hopefully, again, will carry into the season.
Royal Division's always tough. A lot of good teams in there, but I think we have a good schedule going in. What are some of the goals you would have for the team going in?
So obviously, playing in the Royal Division is a challenge each year. However, if you're going to play sports, you want to play teams like that. So our goal going in is to be competitive in every single game, every single minute. Personally, I feel like this year we have the opportunity not only to compete with some of these teams in the Royal Division, but potentially beat some of these teams in the Royal Division. And then, of course, the key for us, we have to win our non-league games. You go into this Royal Division, it's a tough division. We got to be out. We got to come out. And we got to be competitive. We have a nice beginning of the season that potentially could give us some confident wins. But again, you got to do it on the court.
What do you want when somebody plays basketball for you? What do you want them to get out of the experience?
So, sports to me is a life-building opportunity for these kids. So when I coach, I want these kids to learn some life lessons. Defeat is part of life. So, if you lose, you got to know how to lose. When you win, you got to know how to win. My goal coaching is I want these kids to leave this program confident in their ability, moving on to the real thing, which is their life. So that's always been my goal, whether I coach at a younger level or higher level. I really want them to walk away with some good memories, but also some life lessons.
Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team, and I look forward to the season.
All right, thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you. Coach Icavone. Continuing the girls basketball preseason show, I'm with two seniors, Sophia Molinari, Ava Friel. So far, so good with our preseason. I was just talking to Coach about 5 days in. How has practices going so far? We'll start with Sophia.
I think they're going good. Everyone's getting along. The practices are going really well. They're working us hard, so I think it's going well.
How about you?
I think it's going really well. We lost a lot of good players, but we're coming together.
Now, talking to Coach, we did lose a lot. We had a lot of seniors from last year, but we have a lot of players that got a lot of playing time. So I got to think that, we have a lot, even though we lost some, we have a lot of experience coming in. So that's got to be, looking good going into the season. How do you feel the team has gelled so far?
I think we're coming together. It's going pretty good. Yeah.
I think a lot of the underclassmen got a lot of practice last year, and they're getting a lot of practice now. So upcoming seasons, they're going to be really good too, and GCIT is just going to go from there.
Okay. So we start out in the season. Like I said, the Royal Division is always pretty tough, but I think the schedule plays out pretty well. What are some of maybe your expectations for the season going in?
I think I have a lot of high expectations of us winning a lot this year and being a very strong competitor to other teams. In the past, we've been strong competitors, but this year it's very different.
Okay.
I also agree. I feel like it's become a really strong team this year, and I think we'll go very far.
For someone new coming into the program, What would you say are some of the best things about playing basketball here at GCIT?
I think the team's all great. We all get along, and the coaches are really great.
Yeah, definitely just the experience of coming after school and the bond like you create with the girls. It's just so fun to be around.
Okay. Well, listen, best of luck to both of you this season. Can't wait for the season to start, and best of luck to you and the team. All right. Ava and Sophia, the girls basketball team. We're continuing the 2023-24 winter preseason show. We're with the boys basketball team now. I'm with Coach McNeil Rice. Coach, we're a weekend. The boys are working hard. How are things going?
Things are going great. The energy's great. These guys are, they came out ready to go. We did a lot in the off season to kind of prepare for this moment. So we're just getting right into business, and these guys are responding, and they're doing really well.
We've got a lot of players that had some experience from last year. And they're coming in this year, so I got to think that's something to build off of some of the success we had last year.
Yeah, so we have 5 returning varsity players, and we have about 4 incoming new guys. But again, for them to play all year round together, build that chemistry, they're kind of just plugging right in right away. We're really excited about this group that we have here.
The Royal Division is always tough from good teams, but I think we were very competitive with them. I think our schedule plays out pretty well. That, we made the playoffs for the first time in a few years last year. What are some of your expectations for the team going in?
We want to stay competitive, and by that, enter the playoffs again and things like that. But our goals are pretty short in regards to just getting better. Each day we step on the court, picking each other up, and just finding ways to, build on this program. So it's going to day by day. We're just going to get better, and that's our goal right now.
What do you hope when someone plays a basketball here for you at GCT? What do you hope for them to get out of the experience?
Just learning about the game that I love, the game I have passion for. But it's more about them just taking that away from them, and hopefully look back and say that they had a great time playing here at GCIT and they learned a little bit more about the game.
Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team. Can't wait to see you out on the court.
Thank you,
Coach Rice. Continuing the preseason show, we're staying with the boys basketball team. We got 2 players here, Mark and Trent. So we're about a week into the season. Practices look like they've been going pretty good. How do you think things are going so far?
Yeah, we're playing pretty well. We're continuing to grow as a team. We're a young team in general. We only have 2 seniors, but we're continuing to get better, which is the most important thing.
We lost some seniors last year, but we got a lot of people that played a lot last year, kind of interchangeable. How has that played in so far when your growth from last year?
I think a lot of us have to take a bigger role in this team, and everybody's stepping up. Everybody's been committed all year. Ever since we lost in the playoff game last year, everybody's been in the gym working hard. We're going to have a great season, I can tell. We have a great group of guys, and we're trying our best, and we're working really hard.
Speaking of that, since the playoff, I know working hard in the off season. I know kind of stepped up, went to a little bit higher level in the summer league and stuff like that. Royal Division is always pretty good, but what are some of your expectations going into the season?
Well, our main goal is to put a banner on the wall. Currently, we have 0 basketball banners on the wall, and division's more open than ever. And a lot of teams had a lot of seniors. That's our goal, just to win division, win as many games as possible.
What are maybe your expectations for the team going in?
Of course, I agree with Trent. I don't see why you would play unless you wanted to be the best. So we got to go out and think, let's be the best team in GCIT history, because that's why you play the game. You play the game to win, and you play the game as hard as you can.
What would you tell somebody, what type of experience do you get when you play? Is one of the best things about playing basketball here at GCIT?
Just the family aspect of it. We're all like family here. Like, we pick each other up when we're down, and we're just always there for each other, and it's just great.
How about you, Mark?
Same thing he said. We're not just teammates, we're brothers around here. This is a family, and I couldn't really say it any better.
Well, listen, best of luck to both of you and the team this year. I can't wait to see you on the court. All right, boys basketball team. Continuing our preseason show, we are here with the swim team and our head coach for the boys and girls, Mr. Chris Miller. So, Coach, we're about, like I said, almost a week in. How are things going so far with the team?
Things are going really well. Guys are working hard. Girls are working hard. Getting things lined up. Getting ready for our first meet, which is next Thursday.
So, on the boys' side, obviously a lot of success these past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. A lot to live up to. We lost some good swimmers, but we also have a lot of good swimmers coming back. How do you look on the boys' side?
I think the boys are still strong. What we lost in senior leadership and skill, we've made up with some new freshman club swimmers that are really going to help contribute right off the bat. And everybody else is a year older and a little bit faster, so it all kind of balances out.
Now, on the girls' side, they've been a good team. Our division is pretty tough. A lot of good teams in there, but they've been almost there, and it just seems like we do have some coming back. So I think on the girls' side looking positive.
Yeah, I definitely expect more from them this year than the years past. It's kind of tough because there's definitely a delineation between the bottom three and the top three teams, and we're kind of right there in the middle. But we definitely got some youth club swimmers that are contributing, and there's definitely some footsteps behind them. So I think this is going to be a nice year for the kind of girls get primed to make a future run in the conference.
As always, winning the conference, the NJTAC, the Tri-County Showcase, and the county meet are always big ones. So obviously those are some of the goals, but what are, I guess, your big expectations for both teams?
I mean, for the boys, it's obviously is how deep can we get into the playoffs, and what kind of, and that'll be determined really by what our seeding is and how everybody else in the South Jersey, stacks up. On the girls' side, it would actually be great. It's been a few years since we've had a playoff berth, so it'll be really exciting if we can get enough power points this year to actually crack that top 8 and to get a berth into the playoffs this year.
What are some of the things that you would like the kids to get out of swimming here at GCIT when they swim for you and for GCIT?
I mean, obviously fun, learning a little bit of responsibility, and also just how to be really good teammates and how to become better student athletes through that process.
All right. Best of luck to you and the team this year. Coach Miller of the swim team. All right, continuing the swimming preseason show. I'm with one of our boys swimmers, Luke Streitz. Luke, thank you for coming with us. So, Luke, we've had the boys team's had a lot of success these past years. So there's always a big expectation going in. Do you feel that expectation, or you guys just, hey, we're just ready for another season?
I mean, obviously we're ready for another season, but we got some expectations to live up to. I mean, undefeated for, 7 years now, so we got to keep the train going.
So now how long have you been swimming competitively for?
Close to 10 years, actually. I mean, this is my junior year of high school, so I've got 3 years on this, and then 10 years competitively with multiple different teams.
Swimming is a very unique sport. That's a lot of dedication, and swimming at a 50 or 100 or 500, it takes a lot out of you. So it takes a certain person really to get in the pool and to train to go in there. So we have a good group of core that are coming back this year. The Royal Division's always very good. What are maybe your expectations for the team this season?
I mean, obviously I would love to go undefeated again, but I'm hoping that we bring an atmosphere to the pool that other teams might not be able to get, maybe more energy, more excitement to the meets that we're actually a part of.
How about you on a personal side? Do you have any personal goals for yourself going into the season?
Honestly, the same thing. I just want to be energetic. I want to make it fun for everybody. I just want everyone to have a good time.
I was talking to Coach Miller. Obviously, the conference, NJTC, the county, and stuff like that. These are all big meets, and it seems that's when everyone really starts coming around. What's one of the best things about the swimming here at GCIT?
Honestly, the people. You'll meet so many new people. There's a lot of experiences you're not going to have in other sports. For example, all the meets that you go to, the team travels that you get to do, all that stuff. It's just a lot of fun, and not every sport gets to have that.
Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year. I look forward to seeing everyone in the pool.
Thank you.
Luke Streitz of the boys swim team. Hello, continuing our preseason swim team show with the girls team. With me now is senior swimmer Chelsea Calhoun. So, Chelsea, we have our first meet actually coming up this week. How excited are you and the team for the season?
I'm really excited to see what the team can do this year. We got a lot of freshman additions, and I think we're going to put together a good season.
Speaking of which, talking to Coach Miller, so we have some returners, but also some people coming in. You know, we're in a pretty good division, but, you know, we have a lot coming back. I got to think that, you know, some positive expectations going into the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can improve our record from last year with these new additions as well.
So, again, your fourth-year swimmer. Now, what are some of the events that you do?
I usually do the 200 free, also the relays and the 100 fly.
Okay. So, again, you know, it's been a little while since the girls made the playoffs and all, but, you know, with some people coming in, I think there's some good expectations. What are your expectations maybe for yourself and some goals for you and for the team?
I'd like to drop some time in my events. I'd like to make some of the championship meets. I think we have potential for the relays to make the championship meets as well. Yeah, see what we can do.
Okay. What's one of the best things about swimming here at GCIT?
I would say definitely the team environment, like especially during the relays at the end of the meet. It's just a lot of we cheer for each other and get each other really excited for our races.
Okay. Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year, and I can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
Chelsea Calhoun. All right, the preseason show continues. We're with the diving team now and our coach, Rob Tender. Rob coaches both the boys and the girls dive team. So, Rob, we're about a week in. How are things going so far?
Things are looking really good. We're excited about the season. We got a lot of new divers that came out, so we got some freshmen that joined. We got some returning divers, a couple that are injured that we're looking forward to get them back on the boards too, but we're looking good for this season so far.
Last year, really some nice success from the diving team. Everybody's scores went up, had a qualifier last year. So going into this season, I guess you just keep raising those expectations.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to get these kids ready for states, for qualifying for state competition. We got a couple that are really close that we're looking to push them over to get them to the next level. So we're excited, and hopefully we get some boys in there to states this year too.
Diving is very unique. For the most part, not a lot of experience comes in, but you know you do have some. What does it take to be a good diver?
So just a little fearlessness, body awareness. If you ever had a gymnastics or a cheerleading background or even a dance background, surprisingly wrestlers too. I've had a lot of success with wrestlers too, getting tossed around the mat. So anyone that wants to give it a shot, come on out, see me, see Mr. Mack, and then we'll get you on the team.
We talked about before, so trying to qualify. We got some, the batch meets during the season. You've got the South Jersey swim ones, and then we have the county and the Tri-County. What are maybe your expectations for the team going in?
I think we got a real good shot at taking first place in our boys' spot on Gloucester County Championships, and a real strong shot at being top 3 for our girls coming into South Jersey. So I'm looking forward to that. Never know. There can always be some upsets, so we'll see what happens with the season.
When someone dives for you and for GCIT, what do you hope they get out of the experience?
I hope they grow with the sport. I hope they enjoy it, builds their confidence, self-confidence, and a little community, because all of us over here, we're all competing and doing the same thing. So it kind of brings us different schools together, get some friends, new friends, and experiences. So I think confidence and overall just experience their high school career.
Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team, and look forward to seeing you out there.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
Coach Tender and the dive team. Continuing the preseason show, again with the dive team. With me is Brian Lowry, a senior diver here. So, Brian, we're a week in. You guys been working hard. How are things going so far?
It's going all right. We got a lot of incoming freshmen. Good group. Tender's done a great job of getting everyone together. Co-op. We're looking good. A lot of senior 2 divers are coming back in, cleared December 8th, so we should be good for them. And we have a lot of high expectations this year.
Just about to say, we have a young group coming in, but we also have a lot of returning divers. and they had some success this year. So, with our batch meets, and then we have the South Jersey dives, and then the conference. What are some of the expectations for the team and for yourself going into the season?
For a team, I think just everyone go out there and do the best. That's all you can do. Dive is more an individual sport, more than team-oriented. So as long as everyone's trying and doing the best, that's all we care about. For individual, I'm looking to get the record this year. I was only like 20 points off it last year. I already got 2 new dives this year, so I'm really happy. Higher DD, so should be able to get that this year.
Sounds good. Diving is kind of unique. Like we said, we have the batch meets on Mondays and some of the individual things. What does it take, do you think? It's tough. You got to have some fearlessness, some courage to do. But what does it take, you think, the dive?
Just takes effort and reps. I mean, I remember my sophomore year, I came in and I was one of the worst divers. Like, I was flopping left and right. Boom, came back my next year, getting great dives. It just takes practice, repetition, getting over the fear of it's just water and you're gonna flop, but you have to learn from it and grow from it, and then you'll be better.
What's one of the best things about diving here at GCIT?
We're just everyone's a family. Like, we all hang out and we all know each other personally really well. Tender's a great coach. We all laugh, have fun, but then we know when it's time to get serious and get to work, and it's just a great atmosphere.
All right, well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year. Brian Larry of the dive team. Continuing our preseason show with the diving team, with me is the member of the girls diving team, Cameron Ferrari. So, Cameron, we got our first meet coming in a couple weeks. We have, some new faces, but also some returning people coming from last year. It's going to be pretty exciting going into the season.
Yeah, it's super exciting. A lot of new faces, which is so fun. We're a family, so we love to add to our big family.
Diving is a very individual sport. I always say it takes a little bit of some bravery, some fearlessness going out there. So, some people have experience, but not all the time. So what does it take to be a good diver?
Well, it's definitely an individual sport, but like I said, we're a family. We all work together. Definitely takes a lot of confidence. It's scary to get up there and do a backflip. You never know what's going to happen in the air. But, it's always encouraging the younger kids, or even ourselves, just to encourage to make sure we build up that confidence. Confidence is definitely a big part of it. And, our coach is amazing with that, always working us through. Sometimes we get mental blocks, but we're always working through them.
Some of the big meets are the South Jersey 6 and 11 dive meet. We've got the county meet, got the showcase, and I know everyone's trying to get those points to get to the state meet. So what are some of your goals that, as you as an individual, but also your team for this year?
Definitely to get to the state meet again. That was such a great experience and opportunity for me. Also for my teammates to come along with me. It was such a great experience. Even getting to those smaller meets like the Gloucester County Champs and the South Jersey Champs is such a great honor, and it's a lot of fun and a great experience as a diver to really work on your confidence so that you can get to the state meet, and you deal with the under pressure and all the different competitors, and it's just a good experience to experience those kind of things.
What's one of the best things about diving here at GCIT?
Definitely the family aspect. It's kind of all we're brothers and sisters. We play around sometimes, but when it's time to be serious, we're definitely serious.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck to you and the rest of the diving team, and look forward to seeing you out there. Diver Cameron Ferrari. Continuing the preseason show, we're with the cheerleading team. I'm with one of our coaches, Mary Bergen. So, Coach, we just saw practice. I guess we're about a week into it. How are things going so far?
They're going really good. I'm really excited. The girls are really excited. Everybody wants to try new things, and the skill that these girls came out with this year, you can definitely tell that over the off season they've been practicing. So it's going to be a very exciting year.
So we were talking to some of the team members earlier. One of the things that obviously we cheer, for the games and stuff, we have routines, but, it's all towards the end of the year to that competition. So what are some of the goals that you have for the team as we go into the season?
So we are actually working on higher level stunting, which last year we were at like a 2-3 level stunt. I think this year we're going to be able to pull off a level 5 stunt, and that is going to be huge for competition. That's going to really wow the judges and wow the other teams. Like, I don't think they're going to be ready for it. We have new music that's coming, so that's really exciting. So just like a lot of little details that are all going to be put together to be like a grand show.
You've got a lot of returners, but you also have some new people that are coming in. So how's that mix going so far?
It's great. We're going to start this thing like a big little thing. So, the older girls are going to have like a little sis kind of thing. That way everybody can kind of get to know each other. They usually end practice with some sort of team bonding experience. Yesterday they did some silly dance thing that they loved. It was great. Everybody was laughing. So we're just creating a really comfortable environment, and that's what's really important to me.
What would you hope, when someone comes and cheers here at GCIT, what do you hope for them to get out of their experience?
I want them to have more than just a cheer experience. I want them to create like a new type of person for themselves, make new friends, develop new interests, like get to know different people that maybe you wouldn't have interacted with, that's not in your program or in your academy or in your math class. These are people that you may have never talked to otherwise. So I really want them to have more of like an outside experience and not just, hey, this is a high V, this is a low V, hey, this is now a new friend.
Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year. Look forward to seeing you out there. The cheerleading team and Coach Bergen. All right, we're continuing our preseason show. We're with the cheerleading team now. With me now is Jaden and Jayla, two senior captains for the team. So, girls, we were just watching practice, everything going on. How are things going so far?
Actually very organized. Last year it was a little bit like rocky because we had it was like COVID and like a new coach and we were just getting used to people, but this year is very organized. She helped a lot with that, like formations and stuff. So big shout out to Jayla. Yeah, what would you say?
Yeah, we're excited for our upcoming competition in March, and we're just getting ready for that in the first game of the season.
So, speaking of that, so a lot of it, obviously we do a lot of stuff with the basketball games, boys and girls, and, doing our routine stuff there. But everything seems to be going towards the end for that competition, the NJTAC competition in March. So what are maybe your goals as individuals and as for the team?
Our goals as a team is to place higher and for us to learn harder skills to become a better, well-rounded team.
Yeah, I would say, the same thing. Just practice a lot more. I think, we're doing very good right now.
So you have a lot of returning people. You also have some new people coming in, so that's got to be exciting, and the new people going on. So how long have you guys been cheerleading for?
I've been cheerleading for 7 years, and I'm a third year varsity.
I've been cheering for 10 years, and this is my 4th year varsity.
Okay, cool. So what would you tell somebody who's coming in? What's one of the best things about cheering here at GCIT?
The best thing cheering here is the basketball games and like the sense of team bonding that we have because we all go get along together and we have fun.
Definitely the friendships you make are incredible. I wouldn't trade them for the world, so that's definitely one thing I'd look forward to if I was new.
Well, listen, best of luck to you two and the team, and look forward to seeing you out there during the season. The cheerleading team. Here we are continuing our 2023-24 winter preseason show. We're with the bowling team now. With me now is the girls bowling coach, Coach Holland. Coach, again, another conference win, championship last year. The team was young but did very well. You've got a lot returning. How are things going so far?
So far, things are going well, and we're looking forward to another really good year.
We're in a little bit of new territory here. We've never had a returning individual state champ come back with Annabella Carter. But not just Annabelle. I mean, obviously, just coming back is huge for us. But you've got some, all conference bowlers coming back this year. That's got to be very promising.
Very promising. Boys and girls. We have a lot of kids returning that did well, and it looks for a bright outlook. And you worry when a freshman wins states individually. Hopefully she's able to come back and have another great year, sophomore year.
Always a good schedule. The Tri-County Royal Division's pretty good. Some of our big ones, obviously, the NJTAC is always a great event for us. The Holiday Bowl, we've done very well. What are some of the goals and things that you have for the team going into the season?
Well, yeah, the ones you mentioned, the holiday tournament, try and win the NJTAC again. The Tri-County Conference Showcase, we'd like to win that again. We want to win we want to win everything.
When somebody bowls for the team, what do you hope to get out of the experience when they bowl here for GCIT?
Oh, I hope they have a good time. We're usually a pretty close-knit team, and the camaraderie they start to have with each other is pretty awesome.
All right, well, listen, best of luck to you and the girls team this year, and look forward to seeing you out there.
Great, thank you.
Girls bowling, Coach Holland. Continuing with the girls bowling team, we're with one of the girl bowlers, seniors, Sophia Beaumonte Gallagher. Sophia, how are things going so far in the preseason?
I think it's been going pretty well. We have some new people joining the varsity, I think, and some returnees too. I think we'll do pretty well, honestly.
You know, the girls team has had some very good success the last few years, won a conference championship again, and like you said, got some new people. We also had a lot of people returning last year. That's got to make a good mix.
Oh yeah, I think we will crush conference once again. Obviously, we are the best. And we'll have a lot of fun with it. Yeah.
Some of the big things that we have coming in, you have the NJTAC tournament, the Holiday Bowl, and some other things. What are some of the other goals that you think, not maybe for yourself and for the team?
For me, myself, my goals are trying to get above a 200. So like a 237 is my goal for like repetitiveness. Okay. And I hope all of our teammates get good scores also during our playing.
Now, how long have you been bowling for, and what got you interested in it?
Well, I've been bowling for 4 years. I joined freshman year because I quit soccer, and I was really interested with the bowling of not running.
Hey, sounds good. What's one of the best things about bowling here at GCIT?
One of the best things I would say would be being able to practice in a lot of places. You get like discounts of how long you get to play, and it's a very great community, I would say.
Okay. Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year.
Thank you.
All right, Sophia. Continuing our preseason show for the bowling team, I'm with the boys bowling head coach, Mr. Ed Ruiz. So, Mr. Ruiz, we start the season in a couple days. Last year's team did very well, tied for the conference. A very successful season. So, going in, I know we have some people coming back. What are the expectations going in?
Well, I'm hoping to win this time and not tie. So, looking for a great season. We have a couple of JVs that are vying for a spot in the varsity lineup. They're nervous as much as I am just to figure out who they are. But looking forward to a really competitive season. Looking forward to seeing some of the other schools and seeing how they've improved. I have great hopes that we're going to do well in our division. I always say I have high hopes for Anthony Malisic. I'm hoping he can make states this year.
Just like you said, so we had some returning, but just a lot of kids went out for bowling this year, which is good. And so it seems like you've got a nice, like you said, some nice mix of some returning and some younger players.
We do. We have about 25, 26 students that came out. Unfortunately, as you always know, we have to cut a few. We kept some solid kids that really show some improvement in the game and really want to learn how to play. They have the enthusiasm and the motivation to want to learn. So I'm excited to work with them. Again, the two JVs, one of them played varsity last year. The other one was varsity JV all of last year, and he's definitely looking forward to trying to work his way up. So again, looking forward to a good year.
Holiday Bowl, the NJTAC is always a big one, and then we're all working towards the end of the year for the sectional tournament, hopefully the state tournament. What do you hope when someone bowls here at GCIT? What do you hope they get out of the experience?
I just hope that they get out there, number one, and have some fun. It's one of the things we always do. The kids always have a good time, when they're bowling. I have a very competitive team, and I know that there are a lot of competitive teams out there, especially when we go to the tech tournament. We see some of our schools from North Jersey. So I just hope, number one, that they have a good time. Number two, that they put their skills into practice, because they definitely have what it takes to be winners.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this year. Look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you.
Boys bowling coach, Mr. Ruiz. Continuing the bowling preseason show, I'm talking to one of our boy bowlers, senior Anthony Mousich. So, Anthony, we're about a week in to practices. How are things going so far?
It's going pretty good. The team's looking really solid. Our scores are doing pretty good. Looking forward to see who's on the 5th spot. And right now, we feel pretty competitive, and we're ready to win.
So, boys team, another good season last year. I believe we tied for the conference. We won that. Like you said, we've had really good numbers. A lot of people coming back. What are some of your expectations, maybe for you and for the team going into this season?
For me right now, looking at the season, we have a really good team. Looking forward for sectionals to see if we can win that, go to states. And the end goal is to win states. So we'll see what goes on with the team, who makes it, and see how strong we can get through the rest of the season.
We've got a lot of a good mix, like I said, with some younger guys and some older ones. Some of our tournaments we talked about, like the NJTAC and the Holiday Bowl, things like that. What's one of the best things about bowling here for GCIT?
I just love the coaches, the teammates. Everybody has a really good time. Whenever somebody's struggling, we all try and pick each other up. Right, like the camaraderie on this team is really good. I just love bowling here.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck to you and the team this season.
Thank you.
Anthony Mousich. I'd like to thank everyone for watching our 2023-24 preseason show. Be sure to catch all the action at GCIT games this year. Go to gcit.org and under athletics. Thank you, and go Cheetahs.